at center ice, one of the nice facilities here in the NAC. The only thing wrong, there's no heat in this press box. And 1 in the Northern Athletic Conference. Edwards steps in the circle against Denicourt. The puck is dropped. Massena controls a bouncing puck. Oh, my goodness. Edwards just got leveled there by Mike Warden. Puck slides into Potsdam territory. After there is Rhoda, defenseman for Potsdam. Around the boards to Warden, trying to get it back to the point. DeRushy can't keep it in. Here comes Denicourt. Potsdam's got a 2-on-1, but Albertine gets back and breaks up the play. I think Denicourt kind of ran into the official. Now here comes Greg Paquin for Massena across the blue line. His shot knocked down by Rhoda. The puck bouncing in the circle. Rhoda centers it out to center ice. Picked up by Albertine. Headman pass goes to Paquin. Paquin gets by a check, trying to chase it down in the corner. Back there, trying to pick it up is Warden. Now Craner comes on as Massena changing line. Craner can't come up with a puck. It's poke check back out to center ice and slides to the Massena blue line where Darren King picks it up. King, long headman pass to Seth Sauvé. Nice pass to Chris Parker. Parker can't get it across, and it's back the other way. Here comes Conroy. Conroy loses it at the Massena blue line. Chris Sidden picks it up there. Circles behind his own net. Has it poke checked away. Gets it back again. Now Sidden trying to kick it around the boards. Meant for Parker. He can't get to it. The puck bounces back to Thomas at the point. His shot right on. Kinney leaves the rebound. Nobody there for Potsdam. Sauvé picks it up. And headman's to Craner, who goes to Parker. Parker across the blue line. Drop pass to Craner in on the off wing, trying to center it. Intercepted. They jam. Sauvé gets a piece of it. He's knocked down. The puck comes free and out to center ice, but Albertine is there to bring it right back in again. He tries to kick it ahead. He's upended. The puck picked up by Robbie Scott. Robbie Scott for Potsdam, quite a football player. He bounces it off the boards deep into Massena territory. Big DeRushy back to pick it up. Mike DeRushy for Massena. Headman pass, trying to get it out on the wing. It bounces around to Marty Medina. Medina controlling across the blue line, trying to slide it through to Burke. Burke gets a piece of it off the boards. In the corner it goes, and a shot right on. And Medina just kind of got a poke check at it, but the puck ended up going right on, and Eddie Thomas has to make the save, and we'll have a face-off deep in Potsdam territory to the left of goaltender Ed Thomas. No score. We're just underway here.
Both teams matching lines right now, Jerry. Both third lines are out there for both Potsdam and Massena. Face off, Potsdam in.
Burke, Valance, and Medina. It's Bradley, and Theobald. Carl Bradley centering John Bradley and Brian Theobald. Off the face-off. Puck controlled by Potsdam. It's Brian Theobald. Has it stolen away by Chad Valance. Now ahead to Medina. Medina on the off wing, dumps it in the backhand, back in behind Potsdam net. Picked up there by Kevin Blanchard. Around the boards he goes. The puck bouncing into the slot, picked up by Burke. Burke's backhander doesn't get through. On the defense, it's Kevin Blanchard. Blanchard trying to move it out of there, being forechecked. Blanchard slides to the blue line, kept in there by Sidden momentarily. Finally, Blanchard follows and carries it out to center ice. Headman pass goes off the stick of Brian Theobald deep in Potsdam territory. After it in behind the net is Medina, trying to feed it around the boards. Nobody there. Potsdam controlling it. Here's an opportunity in behind the net. The puck slides behind the net. They jam for it there. Theobald centers it, but it's controlled by Massena's Burke. He bounces it off the boards out to center ice. Corey Varney picking it up, circling back into his own zone. Varney for Potsdam. Long headman pass. Poke check down the ice. That was close to an icing, but not quite. And Bruce Albertine picks it up from Massena. Albertine's headman intercepted. Carey shot. Fired it wide. And a little bit of a mistake there in the Potsdam or Massena zone, but it was fired wide. Now it slides out to center ice. Poke check by Jeff Johnson. The puck comes in behind Potsdam net. Dave Rhoda back to pick it up for the Stoners. Rhoda's headman pass takes a funny bounce, doesn't get out. Johnson keeps it in momentarily. Now the puck's still in the zone. Here's Mickey Edwards. Edwards gets railed. The puck comes free. Picked up by Denicourt. It's poke checked away by Paquin. Paquin trying to keep it in there. He does. Now Johnson's got a stick on it. It slides to Denicourt. Doesn't get out. Mickey Edwards picks it up. He loses it. Danny Carey finally gets it to center ice. Now Albertine for Massena. Albertine off the boards. Headman pass too far. That'll be an ice. No, they waved the icing off. And after it is Paquin in behind the net. He's taken out of the play. In to try to pick it up is big Mike Ward. Now he gets railed by Craner. And the puck slides free. And here comes Denicourt. Long headman pass deep in Massena territory. Again, the icing waved off. And Big DeRushy with it, trying to steer it in the corner. Here comes Kevin Craner, overskates it. And Denicourt jams for it, but he's lost his stick. He covers it up underneath him. The puck slides free. Where is it? Back at the point. Here's a backhand shot. Easy save for Kenny. Puck in the corner. Denicourt just looks to tie it up. He's lost his stick. Now the puck in behind the net. They jam for it. And finally, it's controlled to the blue line, but not out, as Potsdam keeps it in again. Now it's Albertine. Now he looks to tie it up, and does, with Mike McNamara and the faceoff will come in Massena's zone. 10:44 left to play first period. No score.
No score. I'll tell you, both teams really moving out there. That's for the first 4 minutes, 4.5 minutes. I'll tell you, both teams up and down the ice. This is the way we thought the game would be. It sure is.
Good hockey game. Conroy's line out there now against the Craner line off the faceoff. Craner wins the draw, gets it to King. Around the boards it goes to the blue line, but not out. Kept in there momentarily. They jam for it. That was Robbie Scott. He can't keep it in. Back to center ice. McNamara picks it up again. They slide through. It's a chance. LaBelle shot right out. Save by Kinney. LaBelle all by himself probably didn't realize that.
I don't think he realized he was all alone. His head was down. As his head came up, he shot the puck. But there was nobody between he and Kenny, but he shot it right at the chest of Jim Kenny in that for Massena tonight.
Conroy and Craner off the draw. Craner wins it again. Darren King whistles it around the boards. LaBelle steps in front, can't control. It's off the boards. Here comes Craner. 2-on-1 for Massena. Craner, the blast, the save, the rebound. Picked up by Solvay. He tries to center it in front. It's knocked down. And back the other way come the Potsdam Sandstoners. LaBelle breaking ahead for Conroy. Back to LaBelle across the Massena blue line. Drop pass for Conroy. Goes by. Here comes Craner. 1-on-1. Who's back? Robbie Scott. Craner trying to break across his own. Quick shot. Nice save by Thomas. And the puck on the save. Going after Marty Medina. He's upended. They jam for it. The puck comes free and moved along the boards there and out to center ice. Conroy, DeRushy picks it up and dumps it in a Potsdam zone. Back to try to pick it up there is Robbie Scott. Scott moving it along the boards. Albertine can't keep it in. Gets a piece of it. The bouncing puck slides to the Massena blue line. And it's almost into the press box off the stick of Chad Valance.
9:33 to go in the first period. Good hockey game here in the Pine Street Arena in Potsdam. No score. Face-off just inside the Massena blue line.
Carl Bradley's line out there. Bradley with John Bradley, his brother, and Brian Theobald on the right wing. Mark Burke's line out for Massena. Burke, Valance, and Medina. Off the face-off, puck dumped deep in Potsdam zone. The bouncer goes in behind the net. And Albertine picks it up, skates it along the boards. Headman pass goes to Valance. Massena breaking it out. Poke checked away. Albertine follows on the backhand. Headman. And that was meant for Burke. He tries to control. Now he's got it right side of it. Burke trying to center it to Valance. Somebody got a stick on it. It goes in behind the net. And is picked up there by John Bradley, who feeds it around the board. Still in the Potsdam zone. Albertine jamming for it in the corner. It's taken off his stick by Corey Barney. Massena's going to make a change as the Edwards line trying to come out now. As Potsdam a little bit bottled up in their own end. Here comes Chad Valance. He can't control. Finally, it's picked up there by Carl Bradley. He lugs it to center ice. Now the puck slides. Edwards drop pass to Chris Sidden at his own blue line. Sidden's headman goes to Big DeRushy. DeRushy breaking down the right side, dumps it in the zone. Edwards trying to get a piece of it, taken off his stick by Dan Carey. The puck in the corner, pokes free. They jam for it. Around the boards it goes. Sidden keeps it in right point, tries to get the shot off, has to dump in the corner. In behind the net once again. Back for it is Blanchard, the defenseman. He and Edwards tie it up. And we'll have a face-off in Potsdam territory. 8:23-0-0 our score. And I wouldn't say either team has showed much domination either.
No, even. I'd say so far it's just what the scoreboard shows. 0-0, both teams playing well. Both teams, I think, just about even out there, Jerry.
Face-off will be to the left side Potsdam zone. Denicourt against Edwards. Off the draw, the puck in the circle, back to the point. Sidden's quick shot goes off a leg of Dan Carey in behind the net. Jeff Johnson trying to dig it out of there. Centering pass meant for Paquin, knocked down. And right back comes Mark Bigwarf. Long headman pass for Carey. He and Sidden in a foot race. Sidden wins it, drops it back to the point, but not out. Now the puck poked free. Sidden, headman for Edwards, not quite there. And it's Mark Bigwarf who loses to Edwards. Edwards dumps to an open wing. Dan Carey is there to pick it up for Potsdam at his own blue line. Headman to Bigwarf. Bigwarf hits Denicourt. Craner takes it away from him. Drops it back. Sidden's headman goes back in the Potsdam zone. Here comes Dan Carey. Left side trying to slide it in front. And somebody got in front of him. And the puck comes free in behind the net. Bigwarf after it. Bigwarf taken out of the play by Sidden. They jam. The puck does poke free. Here's Bigwarf. He's taken out of the play. And Paquin picks it up and lugs it out of the zone. Here's Paquin just dumping as Massena wants to make a line change. The puck comes in behind the net. Kip LaBelle for it. Feeding it back to the blue line. DeRushy on the fly. Deflected right on the save by Thomas. As Parker got a stick on that as was coming through, changed directions, but Thomas stayed with it.
When he deflected, it took a lot of steam off the shot. and it was right on the Ed Thomas. Ed Thomas just going down on his knees, smothering the puck, forcing the face-off in the Potsdam zone. We got 7:21 to go, first period, no score.
Conroy's line out now for Potsdam against the Craner line for Massena. Albertine sitting at the points for Massena. Thomas and Scott for Potsdam. Now they toss the two centers out of the face-off circle. Parker will step in there to face off against LaBelle. Off the draw, back to the point. Albertine takes a whack at it, keeps it in the zone. They jam for it. It comes free, and Conroy comes to pick it up. Conroy in behind his own net for Potsdam now. Left side. His pass intercepted, gets it back again. They jam for it. Bouncing puck in the slot. Nobody there except Thomas to pick it up. He tries to get it out of the zone. Now the puck comes free. Rob Scott with it. Scott trying to lug it through some traffic. He gets through. Starts down the left sideline. Robbie Scott across the blue line. Backhand high over the net. In behind the net. Kip LaBelle for Potsdam trying to pick it up. Drops it. Scott at the point. Scott shot deflected wide. Conroy after it in behind the net. Centering pass right in front. They jam. And the puck, I think, is saved by Kinney. I'm not sure. A lot of traffic. But it's cleared out by Chris Parker and back into Potsdam territory. First real good opportunity for either club. Now the puck just dumped. Massena zone. Back for it is Sidden. Beating it around the boards for Chad Valance. Valance gets it out of the zone. He gets railed. The puck comes free. Bradley dumps it right back into Massena zone. Here's Sidden with it. Sidden looking to tie it up behind the net. And he and Bradley do. And we'll have a face-off in Massena zone. 6:16 left first period. And no score yet in this hockey game.
That little flurry by Potsdam in front of the Massena net was the most sustained, you might say, offense that either team has been able to do. Usually they go in, take a quick shot, and they're back out. That's the first time we've had any sustained action.
Burke against Bradley, I guess. Off the face-off, puck in behind the net. Bradley can't control it. It comes to Chad Valance. He almost overskated it. Trying to move it along the boards. They jam for it. The puck comes free back to the blue line. Corey Varney keeps it in. Slides it through. Finally, Darren King trying to take action into his own hands and bounces it back out. Here comes Chad Valance for Massena across the blue line. Poke check by Varney. Puck comes in behind the net. Back there's Brian Theobald. Theobald can't control. Jamming for it. Side of the net. Where's the puck? It's underneath Theobald. Finally, it comes squirting free, and it's picked up there and out to center ice by John Bradley. Into the Massena zone. Here comes Bradley on the left wing side. Gets a quick shot off. He was falling down, and the puck didn't get through. Now it's in the circle. Picked up by Darren King. King steps by a check, slides it out. Trying to get by Theobald. He does. Moves it along the boards. King just feeds it into the zone. Picked up there by Kevin Blanchard in his own end. Back out to center ice. The bouncing puck. Eludes Paquin. It gets all the way back now across the blue line. Jeff Johnson takes a whack at it in Potsdam territory. Puck slides free. Up along this blue line. Albertine trying to center it. And Johnson couldn't find the handle. In behind the net trying to pick it up there is Corey Varney. Varney slides it to the blue line out to center ice. Danny Carey picks it up. Carey's got Big Wharf, slides it through, and Kinney gets a stick on it before Big Wharf can catch up, and the puck slides along the boards. Paquin can't control. It's poked free, and here comes DeRushy. DeRushy breaking down the right side. Long headman pass meant for Mickey Edwards. A little bit too far. Edwards has to chase it down in the zone. He and Dave Rhoda jam. The puck kicked free. Paquin in the corner. Paquin trying to pass it. Didn't get his stick on it. Back the other way out to center ice. Here comes Potsdam breaking the other way. Bark Big Wharf. Big Wharf ahead to Carey. Offsides will be called, and the face-off will move outside with 4:28 left to play in the first period. No score in the hockey game.
You know, I think that's the first offside we've had in the game, Jerry, right there. We've
flown by, hasn't it?
It's really flown by. We've only got 4:28 to go. First period, well-played game. No score here in Potsdam's Pine Street Arena.
The Craner line against the Conroy line. Both coaches playing three lines, regular shift. Off the face-off, here comes Kip LaBelle in on the off wing, left side. Into the Massena zone, poke free. Here's Conroy, right side, centering pass all by himself, shot. Rhoda save, big save by Kinney on the shot by McNamara.
Ooh, big save by Kinney that time as McNamara came across into the slot about 10 foot out, took a quick wrist shot, but Kinney stood his ground, making the glove save. Forcing the face-off in the Massena zone. 4:18 now left first period, no score.
Both Potsdam's good chances have come with this line out there. Conroy and Craner face it off. Craner wins it again. Craner's won most of his face-offs. The puck poke checked away from King. He gets it back again. Darren King has his stick lifted, picking it up. Here comes McNamara, backhand shot way wide. Puck goes into the corner. Now it's Craner trying to feed it through. Parker picks it up, slides it through the legs and out to center ice. LaBelle back checking, picks it up, drops it to Robbie Scott. Scott's headman pass, slides in the Massena zone. Chris Sidden back for it. Here's Sidden, whacking it around behind the nets for Darren King. King can't control. McNamara again, centers to the side of the net. And Kinney just pounces on it, holds on for the faceoff. And both teams will make a change here. As the Burke line coming out from Massena, the Bradley line for Potsdam.
Both teams, I think, doing a good job of forechecking. They're putting a lot of pressure on both Potsdam defense and the Massena defense.
Face-off will be Massena zone. Burke against Bradley off the draw. Puck goes in behind the net. Albertine takes a whack at it, gets by a check, gets it back again. Here's Albertine lugging it out, trying to move it ahead. They jam for it. Puck along the boards. Who's got it controlled by Bradley, dumps it in the corner. Back there's DeRushy, dropping it over to Albertine. Albertine starts out left side. Headman hits Burke. Burke now on the center. Off the boards into Potsdam territory. Racing back for it is Kevin Blanchard. Blanchard in behind his own net now, feeding it for Brian Theobald. Theobald's headman doesn't get out of the zone. DeRushy gets in front of it. Back there is Theobald again trying to clear the zone. And it goes to, let's see here, Corey Varney, who circles behind his own net. Varney now doesn't get it out. Albertine keeps it and gets a shot on. Knocked down in front. The puck comes free, and it's kept in there again by Massena as they're trying to put some pressure on here. Chad Valance going after it. He and Varney jam. The puck slides in behind the net. Varney on the backhand. Around the boards it goes for John Bradley. Bradley can't get it out of the zone. Jeff Johnson, who just came on the ice, got a piece of it. Can't control it. Along the boards it goes. Massena trying to control. Finally, Bradley picks it up. That's John Bradley, and drops it to Corey Varney. Varney around the boards, in behind his own net, trying to clear it up alongside. Darren King gets in the way and forces a face-off, which will come in Potsdam territory. That third line of Massena, well, they're in the process of changing, so the third line and the first line doing a good job keeping Potsdam bottled up. 2:32 left to go first period. Still no score in the hockey game. Been an exciting one here at the Pine Street Arena.
I think Massena's got to do a good forechecking job to keep those like Denicourt able to, just motor out there.
Off the face-off, controlled. Here comes Carey, turning on the Jets, breaking in. The shot to save by Kinney. The rebound, poke checked by Sidden. Whoa. Tell you what, Carey just put on the Jets, didn't he? Here's Carey again behind the net, trying to feed it through. He picks it up himself, circles in behind Potsdam territory. In there is Big Wharf. Now King looking to kick it ahead. The puck comes to Paquin. Paquin can't control. Rhoda at the blue line steps by a check. Here comes Rhoda in behind the net. Centering pass right in front, but it's dumped into the corner. We have a whistle, and we're going to have our first penalty of the ball game.
Interference. That's probably up against Massena. Yep, it's like Darren King going off interference.
So King gets the gate for interference, and we'll get to see the Potsdam power play for the first time tonight. Let's see here. Massena will send Albertine and DeRushy out there to try to kill it off. Burke stepping over the boards. And we need another forward out there. I guess that's going to be Marty Medina. Yeah. For Potsdam, Conroy is going to center. Dan Carey is going to play one wing. And let's see, McNamara on the other wing. And Denicourt playing 1 point, along with Warden off the faceoff. Conroy in behind his own net. Wraparound try, saved by Kinney. Now in behind the net. Burke tries, or that's Medina trying to tie it up. He can't control it. Back to Denicourt at the point. Denicourt steps by a check, gets a quick wrister off. The rebound right in front. They jam, they score! Mike McNamara. Rich Denicourt will get the assist as Potsdam picks up a power play goal here with 1:46 left to play in the first period. It's 1-0 for Potsdam. On the rebound.
Well, that only took them, 13 seconds to score, but the face-off was in the Massena zone, and it didn't take them long at all to score as McNamara picked up that goal with assist going to at least one assist going to Denicourt.
So Potsdam picks up the first goal of the game on the power play. And we're down to 1:46 left to go in the period. Conroy's line stays out there. Conroy, LaBelle, and McNamara. Off the face-off, LaBelle slides Massena zone right on Kinney, steers it in the corner. In behind the net, LaBelle after it, trying to center it. Bounces across the goal mouth. Picked up by Conroy, dropping it back to Thomas at the point. His shot goes off a leg. It was Albertine's leg, comes in behind the net. LaBelle, centering pass, side of the net. They jam at it. We're in the face-off circle. Sharp angle shot. and it's picked up there by Kinney. I believe he's got a glove on it. And we'll have a face-off again in Massena territory. 1:25 left to play here. Period number 1. 1-0 Potsdam on a power play goal.
That was a good wrist shot. It was sort of low into the glove side of Jimmy Kenny, and no doubt about that. It was just inside the pipe. So Potsdam leads 1-0.
Face-off left side Potsdam zone off the draw. Crainer's line out there. Puck comes in behind the net. LaBelle trying to center. Hits the back of the mesh. The puck comes free. Albertine moving it along the boards. Albertine gets it taken away. McNamara loses it. In turn to Seth Sauvé. Sauvé's headman too far for everybody. That'll be an icing call against Massena. And it'll move the faceoff right back into Massena territory with 1:05 left to play here. Period number 1. It's 1-0 Potsdam.
I don't think Massena can afford to be in the penalty box too much tonight, Gary. I think Massena can play him, 5-on-5. I'm not sure if we can play him 4-on-5, though.
Couldn't that time.
No, we didn't that time. It didn't take him 13 seconds at all to score in that power play.
Denicourt's line comes out to face off against the Edwards line. See here, DeRushy and Sidden will be at the points for Massena. Varney, and we'll pick up the other Potsdam defenseman in a moment as Greg Paquin. Headman pass. Edwards trying to get by Varney. He doesn't, but following it up is Jeff Johnson. Johnson has it taken off his stick by Mark Bigwarf. Bigwarf trying to move it out. It comes to Carey, out to center ice. Right back in again, and offsides. Now it's back out, so the offside's not called, and Massena dumps it. Potsdam zone. Back there is Corey Varney. Clears the zone ahead to Bigwarf. Puck sliding along the boards. Where is it? Bigwarf has to come back for it. Here's Bigwarf now. Long headman pass for Carey. Intercepted by Sidney. Bounces it to center ice. They jam for it. Along the boards, it pops back to the Potsdam blue line, picked up by Denicourt. Here comes Denicourt, building up ahead of steam, dropping Carey. Carey's shot goes wide. Denicourt looking for the deflection on that one. Now the puck slides along the boards. They jam for it. Valance picks it up, bounces it out to center ice off a leg. With about 10 seconds left in the period. Here's a shot from center ice, bounces off the boards behind Kinney. Picked up there by Marty Medina. Medina upended. The puck comes free with 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1. That's the period. So Potsdam will go to the locker room with a 1-0 lead after 1 period of play here. An exciting game, an exciting first period at Potsdam's Pine Street Arena. This evening's broadcast is brought to you by the Reynolds Metals Company, St. Lawrence Reduction Plant, where their quality shines through. By the A-Plus Mini Market downtown Massena for low Atlantic gas prices. By North Country Savings Bank, 22 Phillips Street, Massena. By Crinklaw Lawn and Garden, your John Deere others to pick up the goals. Ogdensburg, we were a lot further away from the ice. It was tougher to see, the passes. Here, you're right on the ice.
Right.
Massena will be back home again on Saturday night. Not a real tough game. Indian River coming to town, the first year in the league. But we'd like to see a big crowd on hand anyway. Welcome the Massena Red Raiders back home for a game. That's their last game before the Christmas break. They're going down to the Suffern tournament down near New Jersey, down in Suffern, New York. Off the face-off, we're back to live action. Puck comes in the Massena zone. DeRushy after it. Has the puck taken away by Carey. Now Edwards trying to back check. He and Carey jam. In his Bigwarf trying to come up with it. Albertine helping out. Finally comes to the side of the net, and DeRushy is there for Massena, trying to break it out. Headman pass goes to Jeff Johnson out to center ice. Johnson picks it up, dumps it from the red line, deep in Potsdam territory. In trying to pick it up, Nicky Edwards. He can't control it. The puck slides around the boards, and Denicourt's got it. Here comes Denicourt. Breaking down the right side across the blue line. Has it taken away by Jeff Johnson, who backhands it to center ice. Slides back to Potsdam blue line. Paquin racing for it. He can't catch up. Is it kept in? It is by Edwards to Paquin. Paquin in the slot. The backhander right on. The rebound goes into the corner off the stick of goaltender Eddie Thomas. So Massena with the first chance in the second period. Now the puck picked up behind the net by Mark Bigwarf. We have a whistle. We're going to have matching minors, I believe.
Penalties coming up. Johnson for Massena. Let's see. That Warden, I think, for Potsdam.
Yep. Mike Warden and... well, wait a minute here. Yeah, Jeff Johnson. Okay. So we'll be skating 4-on-4 plus the goaltenders here. So Warden and Johnson get the matching minors. So Massena will send out Kevin Craner along with Chris Parker. Sidden and King will be the point men. It'll be Conroy out there. And Scott will be playing defense along with Thomas. The other forward, I think it's LaBelle. Off the faceoff, Sidden keeps it into the point, feeds it to Craner. Craner, centering pass right in front. It's intercepted, and back comes Conroy out to center ice. No, that's McNamara on the other wing. Here's Conroy across the blue line in on the off wing, trying to bounce it through right in front. They jam at it, and finally the puck cleared by Craner back to the blue line, but not out. Parker now has to come back for it. Steps by a check. He's upended. The puck comes free. McNamara can't control it. Sidden's there. McNamara takes it from him in the corner. Now it's Conroy trying to come in front of the net. Poke checked away from him, and Craner picks it up and starts out from Massena. Here comes Craner trying to slide through the middle. He's taken out of the play, and the puck comes to Robbie Scott. Scott out there moving it, trying to get it out of the zone. Valance can't control. As he just stepped on the ice, it comes back to Sidden at his own blue line. Here's Sidden, has it poke checked away, and the puck goes in behind the net. That was Craig Conroy. Now the puck around the boards. Racing for it is Robbie Scott. Scott gets by a check. Here's Scott, side of the net, right in front, short side shot. The save made. The puck bounces behind the net. Now it comes free again, the wraparound attempt. Kinney has it covered. They jam, the whistle blows, and we'll have a face-off again in the Massena zone. Massena a little sloppy that time. Potsdam a couple of good chances.
Tried to stuff it in the side of the net that time, but Jimmy Kenney had that side of the net, I think, pretty well covered, Jerry. But pretty good again, forechecking by Potsdam, tying up Massena in their own zone. Face-off will be to the left of Jimmy Kenney of Massena.
Bradley's line, or two-thirds of Bradley's line coming out. 20 seconds left in the matching monitors, two-thirds of the Burke line out there. Bouncing puck off the faceoff, back to the point. Here's Blanchard, takes a wind, and whoa, off a stick and up into the rafters. As Albertine got his stick down in front of it. The faceoff will be out near the blue line, but still in Massena territory. 1-0, Potsdam leading on a power play goal late in the first period. 15 seconds left in the matching minors. Bradley again will face it off against Burke. Medina, the other Massena forward. Brian Thiebald, the other Potsdam forward, off the faceoff. The puck out to center ice. After it, there's Chet Thomas. Thomas just takes a whack at it into Massena territory, and it slides by everybody, goes back in the corner. DeRushy passing it over to Albertine. Albertine trying to get by a check. Albertine still got it, getting by the official now. Albertine gets upended. Finally, he's poke checked ahead. Marty Medina racing down on the left wing side, gets by a check. Here comes Medina, sharp angle shot to save, and the rebound goes in the corner. Nice move by Medina to get that shot off. Now the puck tied up along the boards, the whistle blows, and we'll have a face-off, this time in Potsdam territory, and a good opportunity. Medina might have been in a little too far.
A little bit too far, but he had a little trouble getting around the Potsdam defenseman. He made a really good move to get around the defenseman, but by that time he was in a little bit too far. He got the good shot off, but Ed Thomas of Potsdam had all the angles covered on that one. Be a face-off now in the Potsdam end to the right of Thomas. 1-0 Potsdam leads early second period.
Okay, we're back to full strength. It'll be Rich Denicourt's line. Here's a quick shot by Paquin off the face-off. He can't get the rebound. It comes back to the blue line. Paquin skates after it. Slides it through. Nobody there as it bounced off a leg into the corner. Potsdam clears it to center ice. It's the Mickey Edwards line for Massena. Now Denicourt with it. Ran into his own player, but manages to get it to Carey. Carey has it taken away momentarily by Paquin. They jam for it. The puck bounces free. Edwards. Headman pass. Intercepted by Warden. Warden drops it back to Rhoda. He can't control back into his own end. Here's Rhoda in behind the net. Trying to bounce it back to Carey. Carey off a leg. Gets it back again. Long headman pass. He's got Big Wharf breaking in on the right side. Sidden gets back. Big Wharf slides it right on. We have a penalty. We got a save and the whistle. And who's the penalty on?
I think
Sidden?
it'll be on Paquin. I think Paquin was maybe caught holding on Denicourt. He was back checking on Denicourt. Pata, I'm not really sure. Okay, you're right. Things on Paquin.
Paquin, okay.
Paquin for holding. He was doing a good job early back checking as Denicourt was going down the center, but really he caught him for hooking. He had his stick turned over, hooking him. So again, Massena in the penalty box. Potsdam on the power play.
Potsdam's lone goal coming on the power play. 1-0 to score for the Sandstoners. Let's see here. Albertine and DeRushy come out. And the forwards are going to be Medina and Burke. Conroy will be centering this power play unit. Carey on one wing. And let's see here. McNamara on the other wing. Varney and Denicourt playing the points. Face off left side off the draw. Side of the net, right on. Save made by Kinney. And actually it wasn't really a shot as DeRushy had it on his stick and somebody poked his stick and the puck slid right into Jim Kinney, and he covered up and will face it off again with 1:20 left in the power play. Mark Burke will take the face-off against Brian Conroy. Off the draw goes right to Denicourt. Denicourt, the big blast, the big save. And it's cleared back to the blue line, but not out. They jam for it. Conroy's got it, trying to move it around. Poke checked away by DeRushy. Now Medina gets a piece of it and slides it out to center ice. It comes to Denicourt now. His head man pass to Carey. Carey and Albertine sparring for it in the corner. Carey skates back the other way. Here's Carey moving it back to the blue line, looking to pass. He passes it over to Barney. Barney can't control it. And a sweep check nicely by Medina. And it goes all the way down the ice. And I'll tell you what, Marty's had a good game so far.
Played very, very well.
Here comes Denicourt now. Long headman pass. It's McNamara. McNamara across the blue line off wing. Poke checked by DeRushy. DeRushy can't come up with it. Following up on the play, here comes Conroy in behind the net. He and DeRushy jam. They center right in front. McNamara couldn't get the shot off. Albertine takes a whack at it, and it deflects off a stick up into the rafters, and we'll have another face-off in Massena territory.
Only 34 seconds left in the penalty. Massena doing a pretty good job, except for that one blast by Denicourt. And that court, he was way back by the blue line. I think Kenny had that one all the way. But Massena's doing a good job of killing off this penalty as Greg Paquin in the penalty box for a minute and a half.
Potsdam making a change on the power play is Bradley coming out there, along with Bradley and Theobald. I guess they're going to use the regular unit. Comes back to the point. Scott on the backhand in behind the net for Theobald. Theobald in Massena territory. King trying to rub him off the play. The puck slides free. Now it's Bradley centering it right in front, but nobody there except Massena players, and it's dumped down the ice by Mickey Edwards. Edwards out there with Jeff Johnson. Down to about 10 seconds left in the power play. Here comes Bradley for Potsdam. Gets the pass. His pass intercepted by Mickey Edwards. Back the other way. Edwards just dumps it with 3 seconds, 2 seconds. That'll kill the penalty, and Massena kills that one off. Jeff Johnson after it in the Potsdam zone. Can't control. Back out to center ice. Here comes Bradley. Sweeps it ahead. Sidden's there. Headman for Jeff Johnson. Johnson gets by a check. The puck comes free back out to center ice off a stick. Here's Sidden again at the red line. He's just going to dump it in behind the Potsdam net. Back there to pick it up as Massena makes a line change is Chet Thomas. Thomas, long headman pass, intercepted Albertine. He can't control it, but Craner does. Here's Craner, can't get the shot off as he fanned on it. And back the other way comes Bradley. Bradley just trying to dump it through. It's intercepted. Here comes Craner again across the blue line. Craner trying to dump to Sauvé. He can't catch up. Now he does in the corner. Sauvé just slides it to the side of the net. They jam for it right in front. The quick shot. Here's Sauvé's shot. Turn around, and it goes off a leg back to the point. It's dumped in the corner by DeRushy. In behind the net is Bradley looking to tie it up. It's poke free again. Craner trying to come up with it. Now it's Sauvé. Sauvé slides it back to the point. DeRushy, the big blast, deflected just wide. Now the rebound right on the save made by goaltender Thomas.
Finally, good pressure put on Potsdam on Massena. I tell you, that the Craner line has been a little bit quiet here tonight. That's the first time they've really put much pressure. Really, I think that they got to get a little production out of that Craner, Sauvé, and Parker line. I think they're going to win this game tonight, but good pressure by that line right there. Good scoring chances. Face-off in the Potsdam end, 1-0 Potsdam.
Burke's line coming out now. The Conroy line stays out for Potsdam off the face-off. The puck bouncing in the zone. After it is Medina looking now just to tie it up. Burke helps out, and they do tie it up. And we'll face it off again in Potsdam territory with 8:48 left to play second period. 1-0. Potsdam leads Massena. Face-off at the top of the face-off circle. Left side of goalie Ed Thomas. Potsdam zone. Off the face-off. The puck to Albertine. Albertine skates by. Check the quick shot. The rebound just wide as Medina got a stick on it. Puck comes in behind the net. Medina again trying to slide it back to Albertine. Medina jamming for it, and it's kept in by Valance. Here comes Chad Valance on the off wing, centering pass. Bounces right in front of the net. They jam at it, goes into the corner. LaBelle picks it up. Here's LaBelle, headman to center ice. Conroy. Conroy gets by one, gets by two, and it's LaBelle. Now Conroy gets the pass back. He can't get the shot off, and Medina picks it up. Back the other way comes Massena. End-to-end hockey action. Medina throws it off a stick. The puck comes in behind the net as Massena will make a change. Potsdam trying to clear their zone. Massena forechecking. Now comes out on the backhand. It comes to Darren King in his own end. King circling. Headman pass. Knocked back in the zone by Blanchard. Offsides will be called.
little delay on that. I wasn't sure they were going to call that for a minute. He was in there about 12, 13 feet before they blew the whistle. So Potsdam offside, be just outside the Massena blue line. 1-0. Potsdam leads, 7:59 left to go, second period.
We're almost halfway through this hockey game, Rich.
Another fast period here.
Edwards out against Denicourt now. Off the faceoff, the puck bounces the Potsdam line. Rhoda back there for Potsdam. Headman pass all the way down to Massena blue line. Darren King is there to intercept it. Bounce it back to the red line. The bouncing puck picked up by Denicourt. Denicourt knocked down, and we're going to have a penalty, I think.
No, I think hand pass. I think Darren King
hand pass, you're right.
Hit it with his glove ahead, and Butch Martin right there to call it. So face off just between the red line and the center line.
Thought they were going to call that when Denicourt got tripped. Off the face-off, puck controlled by King from Massena. He takes it across the blue line, dumps it right on. Save made by Ed Thomas. He's going to leave it for his defenseman, Dave Rhoda. Now the puck stolen by Sidden. He can't control back the other way. Here comes Dan Carey. 3-on-1. Carey, the big blast. A save and a nice one by Kinney. Carey picks it up again. Center right front. Here's a shot high over the net. I think it deflected off a stick. The puck comes free. That was Mark Bigwharf getting the shot off. Now Carey picks it up in behind the net. He can't control. Finally, it's dumped back to the blue line and out to center ice as Potsdam with a couple of real good opportunities. Now Massena makes a line change here. Potsdam trying to take advantage. They just dump it deep in Massena territory. Denicourt back for it. Sidden beats him to the puck, trying to slide it through. Sobek trying to control it. They jam for it. It comes to Craner. Craner breaks out the other way. Kevin Craner for Massena bounces it off the boards, passes it to himself, goes in the corner after it. Center right front, they jam. The puck right on. Thomas, the save. Nice pass by Craner. Good
pass again. That's Craner, Parker, and Sobey line starting to come alive here. Pretty good chance there as Craner took it in. Beat the defenseman as he threw the puck around, went in, got his own deflection off the boards, threw it out in front. As he did, Ed Thomas just pounced on the puck. It was just outside his crease, forcing the face-off in the Potsdam end.
Conroy's line now comes out for Potsdam. Conroy, LaBelle, and McNamara. The Craner line will stay out for Massena. 6:46 left, second period. Still 1-0 for Potsdam. Off the face-off. The bouncing puck goes side of the circle. Parker with it, dumps it in behind the net. Solvay after it there. Centering pass meant for Craner, but it's picked up instead and out to center ice by Chet Thomas. Sliding Massena zone. After it is LaBelle. He wins the foot race and gets the puck into the corner. Now Albertine tries to tie him up. He can't control it. It's in behind the net. They slide it in front. Goes all the way back to Robbie Scott at the point he can't control. And it's back out to center ice. Now the puck along the boards, back into Massena zone. DeRushy after. We have a whistle. We're going to have an offside call against Potsdam.
Call against Potsdam. So the face-off will be just outside the Massena blue line. It's down to 6:17 to go. Second period still 1-0 Potsdam. That goal coming in the first period for Potsdam.
See here, Craner will step into the circle against Conroy just outside the Massena zone. Off the face-off. The puck bouncing around. Poke check free. And here comes Potsdam trying to bring it across. It's Chet Thomas. Thomas dumps in the corner. They try to center it. DeRushy knocks it down. Short side shot. And I'll tell you what, Kinney pounced on it. And that was a shot that shouldn't have been, but DeRushy tried to clear it and went right on the stick of a Potsdam player, and he got the shot off. I think that was Kip LaBelle. And a face-off will come in Massena zone with 6:05 left to play here, period number 1. Or period number 2, I should say. Seems like we're only in the first period, but the score is 1-0 for Potsdam.
Massena sends out the Burke, Balance, and Medina, and the Medina line.
And let's see here. Denicourt's line will stay out there for Potsdam. So
no, wait, no, he counters. Going to send the Edwards line back out there. Little chess game going on here.
Face off, left side, off the draw. The puck comes to Darren King behind his own net from Massena. King trying to slide it ahead. Paquin to Edwards. Here comes Edwards. Feeding it ahead for Johnson. Intercepted. Good idea. Now the puck controlled by Sidden. Sidden takes it across the blue line, gets a shot up, goes off the leg. The Potsdam bench screaming for a hand pass. Didn't get it. Now the puck in the zone. Stolen momentarily by Massena. Johnson, he gets railed from behind. And that will be Bigwharf getting the gate.
That's the first penalty for Potsdam. As Johnson got that puck, Bigwharf hit him from behind. Referee Butch Martin right there and said, hey, you hit him from behind. First penalty for Potsdam first. Power play for Massena with 5:41 to go. Second period.
So Massena will go on the power play. They have not been a big power play club as of yet this year, Reg. But we'll see.
Well, if they needed a power play goal, this is the time, Jerry.
Let's see here. Coming out for Potsdam, Scott and Warden, Theobald and Kip LaBelle, I believe, yeah. For Massena, Mickey Edwards will center DeRushy and Parker, Albertine and Craner at the points. Face off just inside Potsdam zone. LaBelle wins the draw and takes it himself in behind the net, trying to slide it around the boards. Parker's right on him. The puck slides free. Now in behind is DeRushy trying to come up with it. He and Warden jam, and the whistle blows it dead as they tie it up behind the net. And the face-off will be in the Potsdam zone, a little further in this time, in the circle.
That time, Massena couldn't control the puck, so DeRushy decides to tie it up in Potsdam end, which is a good move. Face-off again, just to the right of Ed Thomas of Potsdam.
LaBelle against Edwards. LaBelle situating his guys. Getting ready to drop the puck. They drop it. Comes back to point. Craner to the blast. Fired it, and he kissed the outside of the goalpost.
He had a lot of time on that, too.
Here's Craner again. He's going to blast it. Knocked down. Here comes Robbie Scott. He's got a partial breakaway. Scott breaking in on the left side, centering right in front. The shot. Big save by Kinney. Oh, as LaBelle got the big shot off. It comes out to center ice. Dumped right back in. Delay offsides will be called on Potsdam. And there's the whistle. They'll move it outside. Whoa, a big save for Jim Kinney as Massena got caught up ice.
Well, I think that's one little problem of having a forward back on the point. Forwards do not think like defensemen. And that time, I think Craner forgets that he doesn't, and when he's back in the point, he doesn't have anybody behind him. He took the shot, went off the pad. Actually, Potsdam had a 3-on-1 break that time. It wasn't for a great save by Jimmy Kinney. It would have been a 2-0 game for Potsdam.
Edwards will take the face-off again. Off the draw, comes into Massena zone. Here comes Craner after it, having a little trouble catching up with it. The puck slides free. Denicourt. There's Denicourt now, moving it along the blue line. Denicourt still got it, wasting time. Finally, it comes to Edwards in behind the net. Here's Mickey Edwards now starting to move it out for Massena. Edwards lugs it to center ice. Trying to get by a forechecker, takes it across the blue line. I think Chris Parker was just a little bit ahead of the play, and the face-off will come back outside on the offside.
That was close. Stan Moore didn't like that one. Stan Moore right up on the puck board, just hollering to the referee. I really wasn't watching it at the blue line, Jerry, but the referee was right there at the blue line. He whistled.
So was Stan.
Yeah, so was Stan. That's right. But the guy in the striped shirt has the final word.
Always. Burke coming out now with Johnson, Sidden and King and Paquin.
25 seconds to go in the penalty to Potsdam. Massena in the power play.
4:36 left to play. First period. 1-0 Potsdam. Off the face-off. It comes to King at the red line. Just bounces it. Potsdam zone. A big whack out to center ice. Here comes Carey. Following it up. Carey gets by one. Kinney comes out of his net to knock it down. And it's Sidden again. Picking up the puck. Sidden's headman goes to Jeff Johnson. Johnson hits Burke. Burke breaking it in on the off-wing, poke checked away back out to center ice. Sidden again, moving by a check. Sidden across the blue line, fakes the shot. He's knocked down. The puck comes free. It's underneath Sidden. The whistle blows, and that's the end of the power play.
Well, really, except for that one good shot
by
Craner, which went just a little bit wide. I think he'd like to have that one back, and he really had all the time in the world on that.
He could have taken 2-3 more steps in.
He really could. It was a good blast, but just went a little bit wide. Really, that was the only good shot on net that Massena had, and that wasn't on net.
Conroy's line now against the Burke line. 4:07 left second period. Still 1-0 Potsdam. Face off top of the circle. Potsdam zone off the draw. They jam for it. Medina's got a piece of it. Feeding it to Burke. Goes back to the point. DeRushy kind of fanned on it. Gets a piece right in front. Here's Paquin centering past to Burke. Burke gets by check. Now Medina's shot. I think that hit the goalpost. Puck comes in behind the net. Good opportunity for Massena. Now the puck in the corner. Hard check thrown by Warden. Paquin picks it up. Trying to slide it back to the blue line. And Warden picks it up instead and slides it to the Massena blue line. Albertine is there. Has it taken away. Bouncing puck. Here comes Medina again across the blue line. Medina is railed, knocked down. The puck comes free, and it's picked up again by Potsdam. Trying to clear the zone. Burke keeps it in. It goes in behind the net. Now Paquin after it, taken out of the play, gets up again. He and Warden jam for it, and it's picked up by Jeff Johnson. Johnson drops it back to Albertine at the point. Albertine takes a whack at it, knocked down, gets it back again. Here's Albertine having to retreat to center ice. Now Edwards steps by a check. We're going to have an offsides called on Massena, I believe. Yeah. No, a penalty.
Penalty now. The offside was called. But after the whistle was blown, Butch Martin said no, elbow against Potsdam. Number 4, I think. Is it Warden? I'm not sure who's going in the box, Jerry.
We'll pick it up in a minute. McNamara.
Okay, McNamara going off. That was actually after the whistle, after the offside was blown, Jerry.
So Massena will pick up another power play here. So that'll even them up in penalties, 2 each. As we're down to 3:08 left in the second period, the scoreboard reads 1-0 for Potsdam. Edwards out there to center the power play unit. DeRushy on the left wing, Parker on the right wing, Albertine and Craner at the points. Denicourt, Carey, Corey Varney, and Rob Scott out there to try to kill it off the face. Here's Carey with it. Steps by a check, and Craner comes up with it. Feeds it back to center ice. Here's Edwards. Long left wing pass for Parker. Right wing pass. Drop pass back to Edwards in the circle. Dropping it back to Craner at the point. Steps by a check. Quick shot. Right on. Save made by Thomas. Now the puck in the corner. Edwards trying to come up with it. Taken off his stick by Scott. Now stepping in is DeRushy. Back to Parker. Parker in the circle. Back to Albertine at the point. Albertine's blast. Knocked down. Gets it back again. Goes to Craner. His shot deflected. High over the net. Goes in behind the net. Now it's Scott looking to tie it up. It comes free. Back to Albertine at the point. He winds. Can't get the shot off. Has to come back for it. He's got it again. Dropping it right in front of the net. Backhand shot. They jam. And who's got it? The goalie's got it.
Goalie's got it. That time right into, let's see, Edwards was right in there and just took an easy little backhander, but Thomas is right there. Good power play from Massena. A lot of scoring chances. Massena really controlling the puck well in this power play.
Now Potsdam will make some power penalty killing changes as Warden comes out there, LaBelle and Theobald. And let's see here, Kevin Blanchard from Massena, Burke coming out with Jeff Johnson and Greg Paquin, Sidden and King playing the points. 45 seconds left in the power play. Face off Potsdam's own left side off the draw. They jam for it. LaBelle's got it, trying to take the big whack at it, and he gets it down the ice. As Darren King took a swipe at it, missed it. You'd call a strike on that one, swinging. Here comes King now, starting back. Headman pass goes by everybody, back to Potsdam blue line. Warden clears the zone. Now Paquin has to wait. Over to King. Bounced off a leg back in the Massena zone. Not out to center ice. Here's LaBelle. Massena now trying to control to get it moving again. Headman pass goes to Paquin off his stick. Warden takes him out of the play. The puck comes free and it's picked up by Kevin Blanchard, and he dumps it down the ice with about 6 seconds left in the power play. Now here's Chris Sidden with it behind the net. He is upended. The puck slides free. Burke throws a hard check. The penalty is up. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Puck in the Massena zone. They jam and tie it up in the corner, and we'll have a face-off. And there's a big pile-up on the ice, but I don't think anything will come of that.
No, I don't think so, as I think both Massena and Potsdam players down on the ice. Nothing's called on that. In that power play, one of the better power play Massena has had. They control the puck well. They got the shots off. I thought a couple times Albertine really had the chance to shoot the puck at the net, but he just elected to skate in a couple strides, and that was a couple strides too much. But Massena did have some good chances. They control the puck well.
Conroy's line out there. About a minute and a half left in the period. Second period, 1-0 Potsdam. Let's see here. Mickey Edwards out there with his line for Massena. Face off right side. Massena's zone off the draw. The puck's sitting in the circle. They jam. Conroy, short side shot. Kenny makes the save. It's kicked to the side of the net. They jam at it. Albertine gets a piece of it. Sliding it around the boards. Now it's Seth Sauvé. Sauvé has it poke check, gets it back again, and feeds it ahead to Parker. Here comes Parker. Long headman pass. Hits Edwards. Edwards across the zone. Trying to feed it through to Parker. The puck slides through. McNamara got a piece of it. Trying to slide it back to the blue line out to center ice. Here comes Conroy. Conroy's just going to dump it. Massena zone. In behind the net now. The puck slides into the corner. Conroy after it. Conroy into the circle. It's intercepted by Edwards. Edwards, headman pass. Goes to Sauvé. Sauvé takes a whack at it. The bouncing puck controlled by DeRushy. Back out to center ice as a delayed offsides was called. Edwards gets a piece of it. Now DeRushy just jams it. It goes into Potsdam zone. Picked up there by Chet Thomas for the Stoners. Thomas shot. And I don't know if it was on. I guess Kinney had to make the save on that. Now DeRushy steps by a check. He's upended. The puck comes free. They jam for it. Finally, it comes to Seth Sauvé. Sauvé drops it back on the other side for Albertine with about 20 seconds in the period. Now it's Denicourt taken out of the play. Puck comes to Chad Balance, moving it up along the boards out to center ice. Here's Craner, 1-on-3. Craner turning on the Jets. He's taken out of the play, trying to get through, gets the puck again. He is held, and Potsdam gets called for a penalty.
Good move on Craner that time. Really, he knew it was like a 1-on-3 situation, but he just tried to bull his way through, and really Potsdam more or less had to just tackle him or take him down, and Potsdam again called for a penalty, but now only 8 seconds to go in the period. Massena will again go on the power play.
Denicourt gets the gate for holding, I believe, or hooking or something like that. And the face-off in Potsdam territory, 8 seconds left. Potsdam sending out the power play unit again. Edwards, Parker, DeRushy, Craner, Albertine, LaBelle, Varney out there for Potsdam, along with Dan Carey. And let's see here, the other defenseman, Kevin Blanchard, off the face-off. Parker back to the point to Craner. Parker, the big blast, knockdown in front. They jam at it, and the puck backhanded. That'll take care of the period right there. So period number 2 ends with the scoreboard still 1-0, and I can't believe it, a scoreless period.
Well, just not much scoring. There, one goal in the first period, Jerry. That's it so far. Two good periods so far.
So again, they tie them this year.
Again, they tied this year, right.
Edwards will step into the face-off circle. LaBelle, McNamara, Scott, and Warden out there to try to kill it off. Off the face-off, DeRushy gets a whack at it. Back to the Potsdam blue line. It's dumped to the Massena zone. And dumped to an open wing by Craner. He can't control it. Back in behind the Potsdam net. Craner with it. Around the boards it goes. Kevin Craner lugs it out of the zone. Potsdam's got delay offsides on them, but now it's up as Massena clears the zone. Headman pass goes to Parker. Parker takes it across the blue line into the corner now. Has it swept checked away, trying to come up with it. Warden does. Bangs it down the length of the ice. Back into Massena territory. Now the puck around the boards. Here comes Craner. Craner starts back. For Massena, steps by a check. Across the blue line, poke checked away. The bouncing puck. They jam at it, and it comes to Robbie Scott. Scott getting it out to center ice, looking for LaBelle. If that had been a good pass, LaBelle would have been all by himself, but it wasn't, and LaBelle has to regroup. LaBelle, headman to Scott. Scott gets by a check, comes to McNamara. McNamara across the blue line on the off wing side, trying to center it through. It goes in behind the net. Now Edwards can't control. McNamara again, back to the point, kept in nicely by Varney. And the puck in behind Massena net again. Massena on the power play, but Potsdam controls the puck. Now it slides free. Albertine trying to come up with it. They jam for it. Finally, Albertine does. About 5 seconds left in the power play. And if they don't do something in a hurry here, it's going to be all over with in the power play. Now the puck poke checked away. Back in the Massena zone. Potsdam breaking in. Carey looking for Denicourt in front. Shot right on. Kinney makes a big save. Whoa. And Massena looked like nobody wanted to pick that one up. Now the puck comes in behind the net. Sitting with it in his own end. Now reverses direction, goes behind the net. Over to Darren King. King looking. Headman pass goes by everybody. Blanchard gets a stick on it, slides off his stick, back into Potsdam territory, and Blanchard after it behind the net. That's Kevin Blanchard. Headman pass goes to Big Wharf. Big Wharf bounces it into Potsdam or Massena zone, picked up by Carey. Carey and Sidden jam. The puck comes free in the corner. Now they look to tie it up. It squirts free again. Here's Carey. Carey in behind the net. Centering pass goes off the leg of Darren King. Now here is Denicourt. Denicourt sliding it back to the blue line. Sobey can't get a piece of it. Knocked down in front. Or Johnson, rather. Here's Johnson. Headman pass doesn't get out. Here's Denicourt. Shot right on. Kinney makes the save and holds on. Massena looking a little lethargic here.
Yeah, they're not. They're really not moving at all. That time, Johnson trying to throw the pass across the ice and intercepted by Potsdam. Took a weak shot, but Jimmy Kenny had to cover up. The face-off will be in the Massena zone. We got 12:38 to go in the third period. 1-0 Potsdam. Both teams will change lines.
Carl Bradley's line out there. And for Massena, it'll be the Mark Burke line. Face-off right side, Massena territory off the draw. They jam for it. Controlled by Massena out to center right. Chad Balance after it. Through some traffic, poked away. Back into Massena territory. In behind the net. Left by Kinney for DeRushy. DeRushy throws it around the boards. Meant for Balance. Rhoda pinches in. Picks it up. He and Albertine jam. Rhoda in behind the net. Albertine trying to tie him up. The puck comes free to DeRushy. DeRushy has it poked away by Bradley. Bradley with it. And Albertine takes it away and starts out right side. Out to center ice. Here's Medina, who's upended. And Warden is going to be called for tripping. And And that was one of those totally unintentional where Medina kind of just skated over Warden's stick and tripped. But a tripping call it is, and Massena goes back on the power play here. 12:07 left in the third period. Still 1-0 for Potsdam. We've been at 1-0 since near the end of the first period. Let's see here. Conroy and LaBelle coming out. Scott and Varney for Potsdam to try to kill it off. For Massena, we have got Craner with Parker and Sauve. So we got a regular line out there, Sidden and King. So Massena just going with a regular line here in the power play. Off the face-off, the puck controlled by Sidden at his own blue line. Sidden, headman pass, into the zone. Here comes Seth Sauve in on the right side. Gets by a check, right on the save, and the rebound goes into the corner. Parker after. Nice rush by Sauve. Now the puck tied up in the corner, and we'll have a face-off.
This will be the fourth power play of the night for Massena. Massena unable to do anything on their 3 previous power plays. Stan Moore will send out...
just the regular line again.
Just the regular line. I really think they're better with the regular line in the power play than the other power play here.
Seems to be. Edwards will be out there with his line mates, Albertine and DeRushy at the points. Because they've almost gotten caught a couple of times on the power play. Forward at defense taking a shot, not getting back when it bounces off a leg, off the face-off. The puck bouncing in the zone. Denicourt after it. He and Albertine jam. The puck comes free high in the air and off the surface. And we'll face it off again, top of the circle in Potsdam territory. 1:07 left to play here. Period number 3. 1:07 in the power play. 11:14 in the third period. Still 1-0 off the faceoff. Puck out to center ice. Here comes Denicourt. He and DeRushy racing. Denicourt wins the foot race. And the puck comes in behind the net. We're going to have a penalty on DeRushy.
I think it'd be holding, right? Yep. Holding on Denicourt. DeRushy really, he can't match the speed of Denicourt. Denicourt breaking through and held by DeRushy, so that nullifies Massena's power play.
So we'll be skating 4-on-4 plus the goaltenders. And the face-off will be in the Massena zone. One nothing Potsdam leading. Edwards out there. They got too many players out there.
Yeah, I got a few too many here.
Okay. As Paquin comes back.
Situation.
Yeah. Edwards will take the face-off against Conroy. LaBelle out there as well. Off the draw. The puck comes to Johnson in behind the net. Now Sidden and Johnson. Also in there is Conroy, and coming away with it is Johnson. Headman pass to Edwards. Edwards dumps to an open wing. Goes by everybody. Rhoda, he can't control it. Here comes Johnson streaking in to pick up the puck. Johnson looking for Edwards. His pass intercepted and back the other way, but not quite out. Edwards keeps it in somehow. Now finally it's picked up there by Kevin Blanchard out to center ice. Here's Darren King dropping it over to Chris Sidden. Sidden, long pass. Goes by everybody to the Potsdam blue line, bouncing around. Jeff Johnson picks it up. Johnson across the blue line. Here's Johnson trying to get the shot off. Edwards, he can't get it off either. And LaBelle picks it up. LaBelle now skating out on the right side, trying to clear the zone. He can't. Puck still in there. Johnson gets a piece of it. He's still got it. Now it bounces out to center ice. Mickey Edwards across the blue line. His shot goes way wide, and Massena wants a line change as Parker comes out along with Craner. Off the play, here comes Denicourt. Nice move, breaking in right side. His shot knocked down. Craner gets a piece of it. Denicourt crawls on top of him, gets up, picks up the puck. Dropping it back to the point. Here's Scott's shot. Right on, the save made. Kinney holds on. Deflected off somebody in front and lost a lot of its power. And Kinney just put the glove on it. And Potsdam is on the power play now for 17 seconds.
I'll tell you, Denicourt made a few good moves on that rush, didn't he? I'll tell you, he can move laterally, as quick, I think, as anybody.
He's a dandy, all right. Now Potsdam will make a change as Conroy comes out with McNamara and Carey. Denicourt stays out along with Varney at the points as Potsdam has 17 seconds of power play here with 10:21 left in the third period. Face off right side in the Massena zone, off the draw. The puck in the circle. Back to the point it comes. Here's Varney skating. The blast knocked down. Kinney makes a save. The rebound sits in front and it's bounced back and out to center ice by Albertine. Now it's Denicourt with it, turning it around. Coming back the other way. He loses it at the blue line. Stolen away momentarily by Medina. Now back the other way, Conroy. He is railed. The puck comes free back out to center ice. The penalty is up, and we're back to 5-on-5 plus the goaltenders. Potsdam dumps it in the Massena zone. Albertine takes a whack at it. Conroy follows up. He and Carey. The puck comes in the corner. They jam. Carey picks it up. Stolen away by Chad Balance. Now Balance backhands it out to center ice. Denicourt picks it up. Here's Denicourt to dump it to the Massena blue line. Picked up by Darren King. King dumps to an open wing, and here comes Burke following. His pass intercepted. He gets it back again. Trying to slide it through. Poke checked away. Chris Sidden with it. Sidden takes a whack at it through traffic. Picked up by Varney. Varney dumps to an open wing. Goes off the back of a skate. Finally is picked up there by Mike McNamara for Potsdam, and he just dumps it in the Massena zone. Those Potsdam players have been out for about a year and a half. They want off. Now it's Chad Balance around the boards. Bradley trying to forecheck. They jam for it. Burke backhands it. That's going to be an icing call on Massena, I believe.
Right.
Yep.
Burke wanted to get off the ice that time. He backhanded it. I don't think he thought it would go all the way down to the ice, but it rolled in the Potsdam end. Massena call for icing, and the face-off will be back into Massena end. We've got 9:08 to go. Third period. Score still 1-0. Potsdam.
Face-off right side. Mickey Edwards line out there now, as the Carl Bradley line stays out for Potsdam. Off the face-off. Puck in the circle. Comes in behind the net now. DeRushy after it, feeding it along the boards. Johnson, head man to Edwards. Edwards trying to break by Warden. The puck gets through. Johnson follows up. Johnson, the sharp angle shot, goes off a leg into the corner. Now Johnson after it. He can't control it. Potsdam trying to break it out of the zone. Lugging it ahead. Here comes John Bradley, feeding it ahead. It goes to Brian Theobald. Theobald poke checked away. Edwards trying to come up with it. Albertine does. Albertine racing. Headman pass. Here comes Jeff Johnson breaking in the zone. And he gets the pass off, but it goes off a stick in behind the net. Paquin trying to come up with it. He couldn't. And it's back the other way. In behind the net, Johnson. Johnson and Warden jam. And we're going to have a whistle and a face-off, as they got the pushing pretty good right there. Two big guys going at it.
Johnson went down that right wing, but he really, I tell you, Potsdam's got good speed here. They got some boys that can really motor out there. He had a half a step, but Potsdam caught up with him. Now, face-off was forced against the board, so face-off will be to the left of Ed Thomas. We got 8 down to 8:29 to go. Face-off in a Potsdam end. Craner's line against the Conroy line. Conroy out there with LaBelle and McNamara. Craner with Sauve and Parker off the face-off. Puck controlled by Robbie Scott. He can't control it. Here comes Craner. We have a whistle and a hand pass called against Massena, I believe. Yeah, that's what it is. As Sauve threw it ahead with a glove. And then we'll move the face-off. It's too bad because Craner was all by himself. He was all by himself going in that time. But Butch Martin right on top of it, making a good call. Face-off now outside Potsdam zone. Off the draw. Bouncing high in the air. And back out to center ice. Here comes Conroy. He can't quite control it. Darren King picks it up. Off the boards, out to center ice. Comes to the Potsdam blue line. Varney, the backhand pass. Long to McNamara. McNamara and King jam for it. The puck comes free in the corner. Massena zone. McNamara. McNamara and King tie it up, and we'll have a face-off. 8:04 left to play third period. Yep. Here comes Massena's Burke line out, and Jerry Patterson's going to counter with a Denicourt line. I don't think that Burke line will stay out too long against the Denicourt line. Face off left side. Potsdam in the Massena zone. Burke's line stays out there against the Denicourt line. Off the face-off. Burke wins the draw. Can't control it, though. It comes to Carey. Carey bounces it off the boards, but it's poke checked by Balance. Out to center ice, Medina and Warden in a foot race. Warden backhands it up into the bench, and the face-off will come in Potsdam zone. So Massena did a good job clearing the zone, and now the Edwards line comes out. I think Warden saw two red shirts bearing down on him. He said, hey, I got to get rid of this puck, so he just threw it over the boards. Of course, the goaltenders can no longer do that. No, it's a penalty on the goaltenders if they do that now. New rule. Not defensemen. Off the face-off, controlled by Potsdam, down the ice. Denicourt racing for it with DeRushy. Denicourt and DeRushy jam. DeRushy, he tries to control it. Denicourt centers it, nobody home in front of the net. And it's picked up there right in front. They jam. Denicourt trying to get the shot off. He can't. And Edwards picks it up, feeds it to Jeff Johnson. Johnson breaking down the right side, just dumps it in on goaltender. And it comes in behind the net after the save. Dave Rhoda with it around the boards. Rhoda feeds it out to center ice. Here comes Denicourt. Denicourt gets a shot off right on Kinney. He makes the save. And we'll have a face-off. having any problem on that. The wrist shot was taken outside the circle as Denicourt went in on the right side, cut toward the middle, let the wrist shot go, but it was right at the chest of Jimmy Kenny. He had come out to cut the angle. No trouble to save on that. But the face-off will be into Massena, and we got 7:23 to go in the game. 1-0 Potsdam.
Halfway through the third period.
That big one looks bigger and bigger all the time there, Jerry.
Boy, I guess so. It'll be Craner's line out there now against the Conroy line. Off the draw, the puck comes to Darren King, loses it. Now he gets it back again and wastes it around the boards, but not out. Scott keeps it in, trying to feed it in behind the net. They jam for it. Conroy's got it. He and King. King trying to stop him. The puck comes free. Conroy's got it. Side of the net, centering. Right across the goal mouth off a defenseman. That was almost disaster. Now the puck in behind the net. Sidden firing it around the boards. Kept in there, but now Massena's King controls, and he starts it out. Long headman pass meant for Parker, misses, and it goes up into the Massena bench off a Potsdam stick, and we'll have a face-off probably in the Potsdam half of center ice. 6:55 left to play in the third period. Potsdam leading 1-0, although they have not by any means gone back into a defensive shell.
No, they're still skating out there.
Boy, I guess so. Here's Sidden with the puck now off the face-off, trying to feed it through to Solvay as the Craner line. Here comes Craner, trying to catch up with it. He can't. As in there is Corey Varney. Varney feeding it around the boards. They jam for it and back the other way. Here comes Potsdam to the blue line and stolen by Craner. Craner back the other way, 1-on-2. Here comes Craner across the blue line, fakes the shot, side steps, Solvay shot, save!
I'll tell you, good play there by Craner and Johnson. Craner going down the right side with the puck. Johnson going down the middle. No, it's Solvay. Solvay got these going down the middle. Solvay's 22, Johnson's 23. But Solvay got the shot off. Good save by Ed Thomas.
Face-off will come Potsdam territory to the left of goaltender Eddie Thomas. We're down to 6:33 left to play in the third period. Still 1-0 for Potsdam. The Edwards line against the Denicourt line. Edwards out there with Jeff Johnson and Greg Paquin. Albertine and DeRushy, the 2-point men. Off the face-off. The puck sits in the circle, controlled by Potsdam. They break it out of there. Here comes Kevin Blanchard. He gets by DeRushy. Blanchard in looking and trying to center it. Albertine got a piece of it. We're going to have a penalty on Massena. Here's a shot
Paquin.
knocked down. And we're going to have a hooking call on Paquin. So Paquin gets the gate for hooking.
Paquin going off as he was back checking on that. Really, the puck was away from the right hand, from that right wing position, but Paquin got called for hooking on there. So Potsdam will go into power play with 6:18 to go.
Conroy coming out with Carey and McNamara. Denicourt playing one blue line, along with Corey Varney. For Massena, let's see here. Mickey Edwards out there, Jeff Johnson, DeRushy, and Albertine.
It's a big power play for both teams. Massena really they must kill off this power play.
Off the face-off. Edwards wins the draw, drops it back to the Potsdam blue line. Denicourt is there, feeding it over to Varney. Varney moving it up along the boards to McNamara, across the blue line, and the shot taken goes in behind the net. After it there is Carey. Carey and King jam for it. Carey skates out of the muddle, drive back to the point. Here's Denicourt. Denicourt back pass, Carey in the circle, in the slot. The shot goes way wide. Puck into the corner, Jeff Johnson after it. He and Conroy jam, and they tie it up, and we'll have a face-off. Also in there was Chris Sidden for Massena. 1:01 left in the Potsdam power play. Face-off still in Massena's zone with 5:49 left, third period. Let's see here. LaBelle comes out now. And who comes off? Conroy comes off. LaBelle will take the face-off. Off the draw. Face-off comes right in the slot. Johnson gets a whack at it and tomahawks it down the length of the ice. Back to pick it up is Denicourt. Got to watch that fella. He can motor. Long headman pass. Goes to McNamara. Crosses the blue line. Drops it back. The puck comes through, goes by everybody. Everybody going after it. Nobody got it. Now finally LaBelle comes up with it. Drops it back to Varney at the point. Over to Denicourt, other point. His shot through traffic. Knocked down. They jam at it. The rebound. McNamara backhander goes wide. 30 seconds in the power play. Puck still in Massena zone. Back to the point. Varney can't keep it in. And the puck goes down into Potsdam territory. Massena makes some wholesale changes here. Here comes Denicourt. 19 seconds left in the power play. Headman of Varney. Varney taken out of the play by DeRushy. They jam at it. Puck slides through. LaBelle picks it up. We have a whistle. And a hand pass called against Potsdam, I should say, with 10 seconds left in the power play. 4:58 left in the period. And let's see here. Potsdam going to make some changes now as the Bradley line comes out. Carl Bradley, John Bradley, Brian Theobald. Oh, wait. Off the face-off. Puck comes deep into Massena territory. 7 seconds left. Aubertine takes a whack at it, whistles around the glass, and by everybody with 2 seconds left. It crosses the line, and after it there is Marty Medina in Potsdam territory. Medina knocked down. It's underneath him.
Good move by Medina that time, I tell you, to get that puck and tie it up. He just sort of fell down, tying the puck up in the Potsdam end. So the face-off will now be in the Potsdam end. Massena did a good job killing that penalty off. We got down to 4:42 now. Still 1-0 Potsdam.
I'm not sure that Potsdam had a shot on net in that power play, did they?
They didn't. No, I don't think they had a shot on net.
Okay, Craner's line out now for Potsdam, or for Massena. And let's see here. Who's coming out for... Well, we got... the Denicourt line coming out for Potsdam. Face-off, Potsdam territory, right of goaltender Eddie Thomas. 4:42 left, third period. Off the face-off, back to the point, Sidden. Sidden trying to get the shot off. He couldn't, but he kept it in the zone. Goes to Solvay. Solvay feeds it behind the net for Craner. Here's Kevin Craner. Center right front shot. And a nice save by Eddie Thomas on the shot by Chris Parker. Nice feed by Craner again. Back to the point. Sidden can't keep it in. And he manages to control it, feeding it to an off wing. Headman pass goes to Parker. Parker across, and the bouncing puck goes up into the rafters. Didn't touch anything, and finally it's out to center ice. Denicourt, stolen by Craner. A big collision of players. The puck comes free in the corner. Back there to try to pick it up is Kevin Blanchard. He's taken out of the play by Chris Parker, but coming back to pick it up is Mark Bigwar. Bigwar feeding it ahead, doesn't get out, comes to Sidden. Sidden takes a whack and deflected right out. Oh, nice save by goaltender Thomas as a big deflection by Chris Parker as the puck was headed up over his shoulder. He got that glove up in a hurry.
I tell you, Thomas sure didn't expect that one. The shot really, I think, was going wide. It was deflected by Parker, but it was up high, and he grabbed it with the glove. But again, Massena, good pressure on Potsdam, Jerry. The last, 45 seconds have been in the Potsdam end. Face-off, still Potsdam end.
That Craner line's doing a good job. Now it's the Edwards line. Back to the point. Aubertine, the backhander right on. Thomas makes the save.
Pretty good backhand that time. It was just a little bit high by Aubertine. Coming in from his left point, taking the backhand, but it was high and easily gloved by Ed Thomas. Face-off, still Potsdam end. Potsdam still leads 1-0. 3:51 to go. Game.
Edwards will take the draw against Conroy. Off the face-off, puck in the circle. Back to Aubertine at the point. He can't control it. It's out to center ice. LaBelle steals. Here comes LaBelle breaking in right side behind the net. Centering pass goes back to the blue line. Picked up by Johnson. Headman to Edwards. Edwards breaking across the blue line into Potsdam zone. He stops about halfway in. Puck taken away. He can't control back to the point. DeRushy keeps it in. Here's Edwards. Edwards, a shot. Oh, just wide. He waited on that one, too. Now the puck in behind the net. After it is McNamara. Poke checked away right in front. They jam for it. But it comes to Conroy. He brings it out of danger. Takes a shot from center ice just to get the puck in the zone. It comes in behind the net for DeRushy. DeRushy taken out of the play, but Aubertine is to help out. We're down to about 3:10. Aubertine headman to Jeff Johnson. Johnson trying to get out of the zone. Puck taken away. It comes to Edwards. He can't control. He and Carey jam for it. And now... a big pileup of players in the corner, and the faceoff will come in Massena zone with 2:56 left to play in the third period. Potsdam still clinging to a 1-0 lead. Massena has had some good chances in the last couple of minutes.
That's right. The last few minutes, Massena put a lot of pressure on Potsdam in their own end. This last shift, Potsdam got the puck in the Massena end, and they tied it up. So the faceoff will be in the Massena end. Berkline's out there for Massena. We got 2:56 to go, third period.
Richie Denicourt's line now for Potsdam. And apparently, the officials must be there's a hole in the. That's what it is. A hole in the ice.
Right at center ice.
So
referee going to have to do a little patch job there, Jerry. But I think it gives both Massena and Potsdam a little time to rest up.
It's a timeout you don't have to call.
That's right. Neither team has taken a timeout yet.
They could come here shortly. 2:56 left to play in the third period. Potsdam still up 1-0. It's been an excellent hockey game here at the Pine Street Arena. Well, they fixed it up. Now the whistle blows. And Burke's line comes right back there. And it'll be Denicourt's line against him. Face off right side. Off the draw. In the slot. Quick shot. Kenny makes the save. Where is it? Behind the net. He looked behind him. Didn't know where it was. Puck along the boards. Back to the point. Warden shot. Deflected, but wide. Now the puck around on the other side. Medina can't control it. It comes in the corner. After there's Big Wharf taken out of the play. They jam for it. Finally, it's picked up by Burke. Burke over skates. Denicourt steals. Centering pass knocked down. And Sidden comes up with it and starts out for Massena. Sidden ahead to Valance. Valance to Burke. Here's Burke across the blue line. Burke trying to get the shot off. Knocked down. They jam for it. The puck comes in behind the net with 2:20 left to play third period. Now the puck. King, his shot. Oh, just over the crossbar by about an inch. Now the puck along the boards. They try to clear the zone. It comes to Denicourt. Denicourt breaking back for Potsdam. Across the blue line, the big blast. He fired it wide, but offsides as Big Wharf fell over the blue line.
Big Wharf had tripped over the blue line, was inside the blue line as Denicourt went across, face off, just outside the Massena blue line. We're down to 2:05, Gary.
1-0, Potsdam leading. Conroy's line out now against the Craner line. Massena dearly needs a goal here. Potsdam trying to hold on. Massena's had the better part of play the last 5 minutes or so. Off the face-off. Here's Craner. He wins the draw, trying to move it ahead. It's backhanded to the Massena blue line. Conroy just dumps it. Massena's zone trying to follow it down. Derushi gets there first. Feeds to an open wing. Chris Parker trying to move it along the boards. Now Craner steps in there. He can't get control. And we have another face-off. Massena zone right where Potsdam wants it.
Massena's got to get out of their own end here. Craner line on there for Massena.
1:49 left to play in the third period. Conroy will face off against Craner again. Off the draw, the puck comes to Aubertine. Aubertine in behind his own net. Trying to get through some traffic. He's upended. The puck comes free. McNamara can't control. Craner steals it and breaks out of the zone. Here comes Craner across the blue line. Craner is hauled down. The puck comes free. We got a penalty. Massena's going to go on the power play. Aubertine takes the shot. Deflected through. It's underneath the defenseman. And Massena will go on the power play with 1:27 left in the third period. A tripping call against Potsdam, and again, that was Kevin Craner making that play.
Well, Kevin Craner trying to bull his way through on that left wing, and Potsdam had to haul him down, Jared, to prevent it from going in. LaBelle will go off, a hold or a hook.
1:27 left. I think Massena just called a timeout, Reg.
All right, good time for a timeout. Stan Moore wants to get his power play ready. They've got 1:27 to go. The face-off will be in the Potsdam end. This will be the fifth one. Unable to score. They really need this one. And they've got the chance.
See, depending on who wins the face-off.
Right, depending on who controls that puck in the Potsdam end. I'm not sure if Kenny will go all the way back. Not really. About right. Okay. Stan Moore agrees with me.
Okay, Craner is out there with Jeff Johnson and Mickey Edwards, Aubertine and Derushi. So you got your guns out there. Denicourt, of course, for Potsdam, along with Carey. We'll pick up the others in a moment. Face-off. Right side, off the face-off. Puck controlled by Potsdam. Back to Aubertine. Gets a whack at it. Craner shot through traffic, just wide. Mickey Edwards trying to wrap it around. He can't control it. They jam for it. Puck comes free. Here's Craner again. Wrap around, hit the side of the net. And up in behind the net is picked up by Mike Warden. He dumps it down the length of the ice. 1:07. Here comes Aubertine, kicking it over to Derushi. Derushi back to Aubertine. Massena trying to break it out again. Less than a minute to play. Here comes Mickey Edwards across the blue line, trying to get through some traffic. He can't control it. Backhanded back into Massena zone. 50 seconds left to play, third period. Tarushi with it. Here comes Tarushi. Steps by a check. Starts out the other side. Headman pass goes to Edwards. Edwards has it poke checked away by Conroy. Now gets it back again. Kicks it ahead. Conroy steals it. Here's Conroy. Back into Potsdam zone. We're down about 30 seconds. Potsdam doing a good job here. Now the puck around to Albertine. Albertine skates out. Headman pass. It's Craner. Here comes Craner turning on the Jets. Craner breaks in. Nice stick check by Warden. And Potsdam bounces it down the end. The net is empty. Backboard is Solvay, the extra skater. Here comes Solvay, 14 seconds left. Solvay, headman pass to Mickey Edwards. Craner picks it up across the blue line to Johnson. 7 seconds left. Johnson hits the side of the net. It's underneath the goalie. We're down to 3 seconds left. Massena has one more chance here.
Massena has, of course, pulled the goalie as Solvay came out. Jimmy Kenny out of the nets. 3 seconds to go. That shot really just came to right at the side of the net, and Ed Thomas of Potsdam covered up. 3 seconds to go. Face off. Potsdam in.
And Potsdam's going to call a timeout.
All right, Potsdam now calls it.
And the rest of them are in front of the net. So it's a do or die. You get it to Craner, let him get the shot. If not, it's over. Off the face-off, Burke trying to get the shot off. He can't. Here's Craner, the blast! And the game is over.
The shot came, but I think the green light had come on before, just as the shot was taken. Even if the shot would have gone in, it would not have counted. Craner did take the last shot, but it was right at Ed Thomas. So Potsdam wins a real tight, a real good game by the score of 1-0. One of the better high school games of hockey you'll see, Jerry.
Fine hockey game here at the Pine Street Arena as Potsdam edges Massena on a power play goal that came in the first period. Near the end of the first period, 1-0 the score. That's how it ends up, a 1-0 score. And that goal coming off the stick of who? That was McNamara getting the winning goal, the only goal from assist going to, let's see here, Dan Carey and also Craig Conroy. And that was all she wrote. An exciting hockey game here at Potsdam's Pine Street Arena as the Potsdam Sandstoners go to 3-0 on the year. Massena drops to 2-1-1 in an exciting game here at Pine Street. And you're right, you don't see too many better games than that, Reg.
No, you don't. I tell you, for Potsdam Delacourt, he's as good as they say. He's all over the ice, Gary. He's one of probably the best skater, I think, on the ice, for either team here tonight.